we have to get involved in mainstream politics. And he is our good friend. He went Bangladesh. I was there, Crowley was there, and we established Asian Women University in Dhaka. So he took initiative. So please give him a huge round of applause. And whenever I have a chance, I always tell my people that we have to get involved in mainstream politics. And because of electoral college system, 4 or 5 states, swing state, they decide who is going to be the next president. Around 4 and 5 states, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan, Florida, Georgia. So that's 4 or 5 states. And we have millions of Muslim vote in those 5 states. Millions of Muslim vote. And I like to mention here that not only Hispanic vote matters, not only Jewish vote matters, not only black vote matters, Muslim vote matters too. So we have to be united and we have to raise our voice. So if we get involved, if we support our friend like Gregory Meeks, who talk about us, who fighting for us, that we have to support them. So we have to get fundraising for them. We have to volunteer for them. We have to cast for them, right? Because this is the time like anti-immigrant element, fundamentalist group, the white supremacists, they are working day and night against us. So we have to be united too. So I don't like to take his time. We like to hear from him. So he has to go. So again, thank you very much. And I'm also proud that he's here. And this is not only the end. We have to keep continue.
Yes, we will keep continue.
We have to support him all the time because every 2 years, the Congress has the election, and it needs a lot of money, a lot of support, a lot of volunteer. So please be there, support our friend. Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless you, Mary.
Is it okay? Can I leave one question to him?
Yes.
Okay. So my question is, we all know that we are fighting for our rights over here, which is called BLM. So my question is to you, like, how could you help us to reestablish our democracy and human rights in Bangladesh? Because there is a lot of things happening in back home as well, which is not right. So I would like to know how could you help us with that as well. Thank you.
Sure. So thank you very much, gentlemen. So we would like to request our Honorable Congressman Gregory to deliver his speech. Thank you, sir.
Thank you first. Thank you first for all of you being here. It is really important and special to me that you gathered here. You are all individuals of distinction, and for you to spend a little time with me is tremendously an honor. So I should first say Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
It's most important, and happy Ramadan Mubarak. I want you to know that you being here makes America a better place, first. America is based upon the principle of immigration and immigrants who brings different cultures, different languages, different religions, to make us to be the most inclusive country in the history of the world. That being said, we know that there is a lot of racism in America. We know that there's a lot of anti-Muslims in America. We know there's anti-Asian in America. We know there's anti-Bangladeshi in America. We know that there's a lot of antis in America that we've got to be focused on, and we working collectively together can drive hate and bigotry out of here into an atmosphere of tolerance and acceptance and working together for the benefit of all. Queens County, the county that I'm proud to be the chair of the Democratic Party, is the example of that because it is the most diverse borough in all of the United States of America. And it puts us to come together. so that we can have this distinguished dialogue and conversation about what is best for the future of the United States of America. Now, that being the case, we know that many folks who have immigrated to America still have direct contact because you have friends and family members still in your motherland. And that leads me to your question. Because we know that some are good allies of the United States of America. And some people come because they do not have the respect and human rights in their native land that they would love to have. And so the United States has to work together with others to make sure that we respect and cause individuals to change anti-human behavior. I particularly have a responsibility as a member of Congress, but now as a member, now the chair of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, to make sure that we speak up about non-democratic institutions and human rights like never before. Fact of the matter, I call the focus on the House Foreign Affairs Committee now what I call the 4 Ds. It's the principle of what I'm talking about. It's about democracy, diplomacy, because we know war is much more costly and human lives are lost. Development, we know that we've got to work together, as you've done here and others at home, helping with good growing business so that everybody there, all of God's children, have an opportunity to grow up in a peaceful place. Diversity here in the United States, as I talked about. So we acknowledge that in looking at elections that they should be democratic and fair. We know that the last elections in 2018 in Bangladesh, as witnessed by several individuals who were there to look and observe the elections, it was found to be a lot of flaws. And so we've got to work collectively with international and multilateral organizations like the UN to talk about and fix institutions so that they can then institute, and the people's voices as a result rise from up to determine in a fair and impartial way who should be the leaders of their country. Now, we don't have clean hands in America, I've got to tell you that also. Because we saw what took place on January 6th in Washington, D.C. in the United States of America. But what happened though, we made sure that when people did not want to acknowledge a free and fair election, that we wasn't going to let these other folks to come and take it over. So we want to make sure that we're giving the support to the people of Bangladesh so that they can participate in voting in elections and rise, and those that will violate their human rights are forced out. And we've got to do that all over. We've got to do that here at home, and we've got to do it in various countries across the land. I further want to say to you that while you're here, and I see Scott Leonard, it is important. And Scott didn't say, but Scott's an important individual in the sense that, you know, some mention of my support in working with the borough president of Queens County. He was instrumental in putting that campaign together and making sure that we had somebody that was going to be the voice of all of the people of Queens County as the borough president. I just want to personally thank you, Scott, for this.